This is an argumentative essay that has been written by someone who is trying to learn academic writing. So I want us to analyze it and identify mistakes so that we can improve to help the student. So the question was, does formal education eradicate poverty? So the first thing you need to do if you are writing as an essay, you need to write a good topic. So from this question, you can write the role of formal education in eradicating poverty. And as I explained earlier on how you should write argumentative essay, it's good to ensure that you have a proper understanding of the topic so that you can find information that is relevant to that. So when we look at this, the first revision that we need to do is now to restructure the topic so that it doesn't look like a question, it becomes a topic. The second issue is on the formatting. Because I said we should use either APA or MLA, so the first thing is you need to indent the first line of the paragraph of all the paragraphs in the essay. So let's start by the first paragraph. As I said, when writing argumentative essay, you need to start with the introduction paragraph. So this is the introduction paragraph that states, education is often seen as potential solution to poverty, with the belief that an educated population can access better job opportunities and increase their earning potential. So this one provides a good background information about what formal education is all about. While education is valuable in fighting poverty, it alone may not eradicate it entirely. So you see, that one now is a counter argument that says, although formal education can eradicate poverty, but it cannot do on its own. We have some factors that also need to be considered. But now that statement is not complete. While education is valuable in fighting poverty, it alone may not eradicate it entirely. You need to explain why do you say so that it becomes a complete statement. One argument is that education equips. So from here, where it starts, one argument is that education equips individual with skills. This one need to be the second paragraph because now it's body. You have started. So, and on the last sentence, additionally, education can empower individuals to make informed decisions about health, finance, and overall well-being. So here, you find that I said in the introduction paragraph, the last sentence should be a thesis statement that shows your position so that now the body will support that thesis statement. So from reading this introduction, I cannot understand whether the essay will be supporting that formal education eradicate poverty or will it be against, because now the statement additional education can empower individuals to make informed decisions about health or potentially breaking the cycle of poverty. But now it becomes an additional to the previous sentence that is criticizing that. So let's look at the first body paragraph. However, access to equity education is not equal. So this paragraph is now talking about counter argument on why formal education alone cannot eradicate poverty, which is good. And the last paragraph is about the conclusion. So from this, we have some missing elements when you want to write a good argumentative essay, where we said you need to introduce what is formal education, give a background information, then relate it with the poverty. How does formal education links with poverty? Does it eradicate or does it not solve that problem? From there now, if your position is about it eradicate, so in the body you need to discuss, if there are 3 paragraphs, you need to give reasons with evidence why formal education eradicate poverty. Then you need now to provide the counter argument in the following argument that says, although formal education eradicate poverty, but we have other factors that may limit. Then you rebut them, that how now can you control those factors to ensure that formal education will eradicate poverty. Then now you need to complete with the conclusion, and in the conclusion I said you need to reinstate the thesis statement and give a summary of your argument. Now this is another version that I've tried to upgrade the essay that was written there by the students so that I shows what I was talking about. So I changed the topic to be the role of formal education in eradicating poverty. So the topic is open, you can see. So I started with the first paragraph, which is introduction, that says the debate over the role of formal education is eradicating poverty is complex. with the proponent arguing that education is a critical tool for breaking the cycle of poverty. On one hand, education is believed to provide individuals with the skills and knowledge necessary to access higher paying jobs, which can lead to improved economic conditions and consequently poverty reduction. However, while education is undoubtedly valuable, it's not a standalone solution to multifaceted issues of poverty. So from here, you look at the last statement, then it shows that formal education alone cannot eradicate the poverty. So that is the position. So that is the basic statement. So that now when we come to the argument, we need to identify issues that will support that argument. So the next paragraph is, one of the primary arguments in favor of education as a solution of poverty is that it equips individuals with the qualification and skill needed to secure employment in higher paying sector. This in turn increases their earnings potential and offer available pathways out of poverty. Moreover, education empowers individuals to make informed decisions about various aspects of life, including health, finance, and overall well-being. These informed choices can help individuals avoid pitfalls that often perpetuate the cycle of poverty. So from there, I've given why formal education eradicates poverty. But remember, in the position I said, it cannot eradicate poverty alone. So I have to argue in another paragraph, why did I say that, to support that argument. Now, once we come to the next paragraph. Despite the merit of this argument, the impact of education on poverty eradication is limited by several factors. Access to quality education is not universally equal, with socioeconomic status, geographical location, and other factors significantly influencing education opportunities. So this paragraph is supporting my thesis statement that I said formal education alone cannot eradicate poverty entirely. So at least now in the body, I'm having a paragraph that is supporting that statement. Now, after I have provided a paragraph in support of my thesis statement that says formal education alone cannot eradicate poverty entirely, so it's like I've provided a counter argument. So I need also to come and talk about how can it be refuted. Why I said, therefore, while education plays a crucial role in fighting against poverty, it cannot be viewed as a complete solution. Therefore, a complete approach that addresses the systemic issue contributing to poverty, such as income inequality and lack of opportunity, is necessary for meaningful progress. So this paragraph is just providing a solution to the counter argument that I introduced, that I said formal education alone cannot address the issue of poverty. Then from then I completed the conclusion. In the conclusion, again, I started by reinstating the thesis statement and just providing the summary. So in short, when you write an essay which is an argumentative, you need to provide an introduction paragraph. This one is just provide a background information of what is happening of that topic that you are talking about, and complete with a thesis statement. Then the thesis statement provide the position that you will argue, and remember also to provide counter argument and the solution to those counter argument.